when looking at the lesson plan template, I realized there may be a lot that I still have to learn. Might be obvious as this is our first course, but seems like there's a lot involved in this specific lesson plan. I haven't seen too many lesson plans before, being new to education from a teaching standpoint. So I'm not really too keen on how this differs from other lesson plans. But there are three elements that I might find challenging along the way. The first one that I saw that stuck out to me when I was going over it was the diverse learners section. And it's just strictly because there are so many different types of learners in a classroom. Students that are very quick to learn things, very smart and very gifted initially. And then you range from other students that may have disabilities as well. And then everything in between, people that may not have English as a first language, or disabilities like dyslexia and things like that. There are a lot of different variables that play into the way a student learns, and taking all of those into account for every lesson can be challenging. I can see how being organized before a lesson obviously would be beneficial, but I can see that being a challenge. The other one right after it is differentiation, and that I can see challenging just because getting students to express themselves and express what they have learned can be challenging with even the gifted students, right? And I would maybe even more challenging with those students because they already know it. It might come simple to them, but just the way that students learn things is different, and then the way that they show that they learn is different too. So you have to pick up on those things and build that into your lesson plans as you're trying to understand if students have actually learned and they're ready to move on to new things as well. The last thing that I saw that might be challenging for me is taking into account social and emotional skills. Of course, you can plan a lesson plan and then after the fact say, oh yeah, this was about leadership or adaptability, but having that at the beginning of a lesson plan so that all of your lessons can have at least a portion of each element throughout the week or throughout the month or throughout the unit you're going through. I can see that being a challenge for sure. But like I said, I'm hopeful that as we go through the lesson plan instruction in more depth, that I'll be able to clearly understand and know how I can be effective at communicating all of these things to students.